Hello, Wolfies! How y'all doing today? Today I have a bit of a different video for you guys. I actually wanted to start a series that helps people like figure out exactly what I'm thinking when I do certain things or when I say certain things on stream. Because sometimes I just say like, "Oh, why is he doing that?" or like, "Why am I doing this?" Without actually explaining like my thought process behind it. So I've decided to go back into my VODs and review some of the older games that I may have done well or things that I thought could go better, and I turned a few of them into videos. So originally these are going to be in smaller clips, and I just like review three of them individually, and I'll just cut like pieces of it out so that people can understand the more important parts of why I do things that I do. Anyways, if this helps you out, please let me know. I would love to hear some feedback about this type of content. If you would like to see more of it, let me know. If you like it, just let me know in the comment section down below and enjoy the video. So here I am just going to be talking about like why it is that I do the things that I do, and hopefully that'll help other people consider their game sense and develop it in a better way. And here is an example of me playing the new Perfumer skin against Clown. I get a little bit of whiff of him, but I think he knows that I hard counter Clown. So that's why I'm like okay taking this really risky cipher in the middle. Ordinarily, if I were anyone else, I wouldn't want to take this cipher because it's really out in the open. There's not a lot of places for me to go. But a Perfumer can do this. You just perfume, and you can see that he turns away in an effort not to hit me. And he thinks I'm going to come back, but I don't. So I just drop down there, and Clown can't come down that little hole unless he forces himself to crash. So he just goes all the way around, and he's about to hit me here. But Archer saves me. I didn't think she was going to land a direct shot on him, so I wasted a perfume right there, unfortunately. He's actually just putting on a part in this corner, and he's going after me again. This was really just me not trusting the Archer, but here he is. Like, you could see him swerving a little bit, so I was like, okay, I'm going to hold my flywheel to the last moment because I know he's just going to bait me out, and he blinks me for another hit. I try to get up the stairs here to do the zoopity doop with the the going back in place, but Archer hits him again with another perfect shot somehow. This Archer is kind of crazy, and it gives me so much distance. Like, this little two harassment shots just gives me all the distance in the world. I have to turn back a little bit to see if he's actually still chasing me, and you can see like I'm still looking back to see if he's on me, and he can't take that same drop down, so I have a ton of distance on him to work with, and I just go into factory again. Yeah, that was a really close one. Honestly, I'm okay with taking that risk. Other clowns would have just went around to be safe, but I think he's panicking a little bit at this moment since 3 ciphers have been done, and the last 2 are like already 40%. And this is the perfumer trick that like a lot of perfumers do. Make sure you look back to see if he's actually dropping down or not. I know a lot of people don't look back when they perfume, or they just assume he's coming and perfume back up to the hunter. And right here, because I know he doesn't have blink, I'm really confident in playing around this palette for a little bit. He also doesn't have his speed drill on, but I think I did make a mistake here because I got a little bit greedy trying to extend this section. And I get hit right here. It's a terror shock. Doesn't really matter. I was at half a health say anyways. If I were to criticize my gameplay here, I would just say maybe I should play a little bit longer on this singular palette rather than greeting for the second one, because that gave him enough time to go all the way around and get me. So he's going for patient here now, and Archer's going to come rescue me. This is really good on her part because she wasn't really decoding or anything at the time, I think. I think she was supporting. Her aim was to support me most of the time. And I think you'll notice here, instead of going to the middle where the prime ciphers are, I go to start a new cipher because I don't know exactly which cipher is the one that's at 99% and which one still needs to be primed. So I did the safe thing and I just start decoding another one because I don't think he's going to go after me. He's definitely going to be more concerned about the prime cipher than he is about the half-dead perfumer across the map who still has a chair state left. And as you can see here, he starts going after the antiquarian, and then antiquarian is just going to kite for a little bit longer, and the 3 of us are headed to the other gate. Yeah, she's cutting at this gate, so obviously all 3 of us have to go to the other one. She falls for the bait here, and I'm pretty sure he'll just go after me, but at this point, it's just way too late. Smiley face, I don't know if it was a good play here. If you're going to play Smiley, you kind of have to go after certain characters, like maybe Patient, because Archer is a hard counter to him. As you can see, yeah, she can just scuff your dash anytime she wants. Perfumer can just perfume it and buy so much extra time. Antiquarian can hit you out of it, but it's kind of a harder thing to do. So maybe he could try Antiquarian, but yeah. It just, I don't think Smiley was a great pick here. This is a Galatea match when someone's playing Galatea against my Perfumer. Again, I still love and use this skin. I'll probably use it in the future. Maybe I'll go for an S badge. Hey, it's a really good skin. I don't know. So I'm over here. I'm just starting the start decoding here. I'm not really sure who Galatea is on at this point because she's just like running around and I don't think anyone's pinged it. But Composer, I think she was looking for Composer and then didn't end up finding him. So he's like rotating all around the map. Is able to get pretty far, and now she's just kind of looking for whoever's available. Sees the forward, doesn't want to go after forward because forward is kind of a hassle to chase. And then she goes after me. So she's got like statues aplenty, and I just go right up the stairs. Perfumer is so good in this area because of how many drop downs there are, and I'm just going to loop this area forevers. I actually wait here a little bit and do a little bit of a spin before jumping down, and I look back. You gotta look back so that I can actually poof back up there, and then this wastes so much time on her part. You always have to look. Like, it's better to look and then not regret like having her. I just assume she's gonna drop down there because yeah, why wouldn't she, to get here quicker? And then I loop around assuming that she is going to just go here. So I always keep looking back to make sure she's still behind me, and I just go back into the building. Make sure to dodge any statues because like she's probably gonna get some presents. Like the less presents she has, the better. I flywheel here to avoid the statue hit, and so I don't have to use another perfume until I get here. So she's gonna have to wait for me to wait for that entire thing to disappear. And she swings, lands, and I'm just going to keep on kiting. She managed to get a hit here, and I actually start riding this statue because I thought it would be funny, but it actually backfires on me, and she misses her blink, and this is pretty much like, oh, it's doomed for her now. But even if she did hit it, and like, I mean, she might have been able to get me down into basement over there, but the chase is already a little over. The last, like, by the time she chaired me, we would have been in this state, and there's 2 more ciphers. I try to drop the pallet to get a little bit more distance, but she catches me here, and I mean, like, there's not a lot more I can do. I was kind of cornered. So she chairs me next to forward cipher. If I were to make any adjustments to my kite here, I'm just going to pause here to talk about it. But yeah, forward's going to come rescue me with this charge, but I think I would have not dropped that pallet and just kept playing around an open one. It's kind of risky, but, you know, it's fine. Forward does a really good stun here, and it gets me off the chair. Honestly, if you can stun on chair for that long, especially knowing she doesn't have excitement because she blinked on me earlier, you should just do it. A free rescue is a free rescue, and at this point in the match, like, look at the cipher progress. It's so high up. He charges it again, but actually it's kind of funny because I noticed she drops down before my perfume's done again, and it hits the forward. So forward's about to go down here. Yeah, he actually goes down, but she doesn't want the forward. I think she wants me. She's a little angry at me. So she finds me out here with the chisel, but she doesn't have full presence just yet. So I'm just going to run her out in the open while I'm able to. Oh, actually she does have full presence. My bad. I take this window vault because she's most likely doesn't have any statues left. And then I just kind of try to get as much distance as I can. I don't want to go down by where forward is, and I don't want to go down to the basement. I see the dungeon here, and I just tell them to pop. It's actually me that set focus on decoding because, like, she's going to try to down me with statues no matter what anyways, and I'm in a pretty good spot anyways. So when I see that, it's good to have your partners ping. Always ping your cipher progress. I always do that, like, just subconsciously, so that I know, oh, my partners are ready to take it. I did a little bit of a loop back there, but notice she doesn't have detention because I thought, like, oh god, I'm dead here, and it still surprises me. But at this point, like, the 3 survivors, my teammates are all already on the other side of the map. I could have flywheeled that, but it's fine anyways. I don't think I was going to get out of this one. I would kind of have to do something crazy for me to get out of this one, but pretty good kite. She starts taking the chair. But yeah, that's kind of how you would kite Galatea. Just always make sure to look out for the sculptures and try to keep as much distance as you can as possible. Perfumer is, like, unironically really, really good at making that distance happen if she gets that, like, drop down from the top floor thing. I did that twice to her, and there's no way she was recovering from that. Unless she's just, like, a god tier at these statues. But I was paying especially close attention this time because I really didn't want her to get full presence. And that the forward stun on chair was really, really good as well. The Perfumer skin. Yippee! This is probably the last computer game that I will be reviewing. And I'll put the last 3 into like one video for you guys to watch so that it's all in one place. So over here we see journalist actually gets hit really quickly. This Gamekeeper is doing a pretty good job just like getting on the first person that he sees, and it's kind of a risky kite. Ooh, but that is a really good a really good doofy from her. I think her kite actually doesn't last too long. Oh, he missed that hook. Yeah, as you can see here, journalist goes down pretty quickly. I think the closest cipher is at 66%, but I think it's at mine. So I think I'm the one who goes into rescue, even though journalist is telling me, no, don't come into rescue. I'm pretty confident that I can do it. I don't know. I was feeling good today. So I just go in for this rescue. Yeah, lawyer keeps telling me not to, but I think it's like just enough progress to make things work. So, you know, it is kind of a risk, but we take these risks. So right here, I know for a fact that Terror Shock, even if I get Terror Shock with the hook, which I did, that I would be taking a certain amount of damage, like 3/4 of my health. And I perfume back because I knew it wouldn't kill me instantly, so I'm fine doing that. Yes, it does farm presence for him. Yes, it does do damage to me. Or it doesn't do any damage to me because I use my perfume, but I think it's still a pretty good trade-off to buy a little bit more time. As you can see, the little girl is going for that cipher now, and I will also go in for a second rescue. I'll be a little bit earlier. Someone has to feed Tinnitus here, so to prevent him from going to another cipher. Because if he starts going after another cipher, then someone's going to have to rescue. So I figured it might as well be me. So I do the same trick again. Terror Shock, it doesn't matter. It does only like 75% of your health, which is enough for me to go back. And then I take the body block for her, which gives me time to start another cipher. As you can see here, little girl teleports in to help out the journalist, and unfortunately she's not able to help out very much. That area's been trapped up a lot, and it hasn't gotten... I think a couple of the pallets have already been dropped. I see him coming after me, but he actually doesn't commit. I'm not actually sure where he's going at this point because the only other 2 people are on the boat, and I know that because they've been pinging where their location is. So I'm just kind of like running around here till someone tells me where he's at. Like, I can't see him from this location. This is a replay. I just know where he is because I'm just looking. But I don't want to get too close to that cipher until I figure out exactly where an additional cipher might be, or where the hunter is. If he's in pursuit, it's a little safer for me to go. So I see that lawyer does ping, the hunter's nearby, which gives me time to start the cipher, and little girl comes on and helps me by leeching on me. And we accelerate decoding starts, and we're just chunking this cipher down. Little girl has 3 pages, I have 1 perfume, and the lawyer is just kiting with his map. At this point, he says beware, but I don't hear him at all. I'm still looking at this direction to see where he's at, and it doesn't look like he found me. I don't think he noticed that the cipher was shaking this violently. So by the time it's almost done, it's like pretty much almost done. Little girl, I've trusted her here to get off of me and take that hook, and she does it beautifully. Because we just need them to not be able to down one person, or through hook, pretty much, because that cipher was primed. So I take him on to Big Bow because there's not a lot of places for me left to go. And here I am just using the perfume. That's my last one. Run to a wall there. But it doesn't really matter because there's not a lot of places I can go left. He downs me here, but this should very well be a draw, right? I'm actually pretty surprised this is how this game went out. I didn't know if there was a chair here or not. I guess there wasn't, but he tries to take me, instead of taking me to the shore chair, he tries to get me on the big boat chair, but misses this. And when he misses this, I'm able to just barely struggle free. I think like the very last second there, he also got struggled. So I go for this one, and he hooks me after I jump down, by the way. This was not a Terror Shock. And then he misses the hit. And then I run over here. Funnily enough, I think he thought he could get me here. And then I dodged the hook by leaning right, and then he blinks me. And I was like, I 100% should have died there, because I didn't have anything. I had flywheel. Like, I didn't have flywheel, I didn't have any perfumes. I think he might have been lagging a little bit. This guy did lag out earlier in the game, so it was a little bit of an interesting match. But I think it does it does say a little bit about like knowing which way to go and what to look out for and how to kite while looking backwards. So make sure you're looking backwards when you kite. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think about these kinds of videos in the comment section down below, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye. Hey everyone, thank you for watching, and if you liked that video, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, and hit the notification bell for more. Also, a huge shout out to my patrons who help keep my channel going. Love you all, and see you next time.